Well, hello good people. I constantly get asked about what's in my travel backpack, gear-wise, so let me show you. Welcome to your new keyboard training.
Thank you.
First, attach the magnetic wristers. It simply pops in. Don't forget about the USB pass-through port and the headphone jack to simplify your connectivity. You're the boss of the media control, which is right over here. Fiery red keycaps are included because this is a gaming product with RGB per key illumination. And under the hood, we've got cherry MX silver speed and blue switches for those legit actuations. And finally, don't forget about voice control. Enjoy your new X1 by Thermaltake. Check it out in the description below. Alright good people, so in front of me is my super compact travel gear accessory kit. All these items are little, they're inexpensive, you can buy them in the description below. Thank you very much, it helps us out. All the affiliation is down in the description below. But potentially highlight some things that you might want or need for your next trip or your everyday life. So first, let's begin with this pouch, something that I didn't used to travel with, but now this goes with me everywhere. It's awesome because, backpacks have pockets and stuff like that, but those things can, little things can get lost. And this is awesome because all this tech pretty much, aside from the bigger stuff, goes inside here, and I know where to access, little USB drives, little Velcro straps, whatever, everything goes inside. It opens up nice and wide. It has these tightening bands on the interior, different pockets, so you can reorganize however you want for little items or larger items. Everything just sits nicely inside this bag. It also has an exterior pocket for easy access, which I love. They come in different colors too, and basically just a pocket that's super handy for your tech or whatever else you might put inside. But now moving on to the necessities. I never travel without a flashlight. Sure, our smartphones have one, but these guys are actually super inexpensive. The batteries already are included. It's waterproof, and it's also a lot more powerful than any smartphone flashlight. So in India, for example, I lost something in the grass and definitely was in search of a flashlight, but luckily, found some stuff, and this is why I carry a designated flashlight with me. Now, the cool thing about this one is that it has an expandable light beam, so you can narrow the beam if you have, if you want a longer light output, or you can widen the beam to cover a larger surface area. It's awesome too for light painting, so if you're doing photography, night photography especially, and want to paint something in the shot, a flashlight definitely will do the trick. Now moving on, I never travel without a battery bank. I used to travel with like very small capacity of milliamps, but they would just drain way too quickly. So I picked up a 20,000 milliamp hour capacity battery bank. It is a bit on the heavy side and it charges super slow, but once this is charged, you can last you for a couple days definitely without you needing to plug anything into the wall. This is awesome. Make sure to check out, a bunch of their capacity. This is, by the way, from Anchor. Love this thing, super handy. Now for wireless audio, I decided to go with the Bose SoundLink Micro, simply because this thing is tiny. It sounds fantastic for its size, has a really good bass output at the bottom. It is waterproof, it's tough as well. We have full controls for buttons on the actual speaker. It has a little strap at the back that you can put on your backpack, so when you are hiking or something, you can listen to all your music. I just wanted something that was compact, sounded great, and the only thing is that the firmware update is over Bluetooth, which takes forever, but I'm pretty happy with this guy. It is a little bit on the expensive side at $100, but I didn't want to cheap out on a Bluetooth speaker because I wanted something compact and sounded good, and there are not many options that satisfy that criteria. Yeah, so this speaker is awesome. For headphones though, I'm rocking the Sennheiser Momentum Wireless. I've had these for like 4 or 5 years, They sound amazing. The sound isolation on here, it is active, so it actually cancels out all the background noise. Is just incredible. I take a lot of pictures on my trips, which is why I have these two guys for all my storage needs. The Silverstone SO9 enclosure, which I put in my own M.2 SSD in there. Make sure to check out our video on that here. And the HyperX Savage drive too. It's 128 gigabytes, which is awesome, so I can offload my entire SD card on here and have that backup. Now moving on to the smartphone territory, I've been using the OnePlus 6 myself as a daily driver, but the Red Edition recently came out. It is absolutely gorgeous. On camera, it looks just as good as it does in real life. The fingerprint scanner has a slightly different tone of red, which, you know, if you like to pick out certain details, you will. It also doesn't pick up fingerprints as much as the black version because there's so much color and vibrancies happening on here. It kind of hides the finger marks. They're still visible because it is still glass, but I'm definitely going to be rocking the OnePlus 6 Red Edition from now on. I mean, look at this thing. It's absolutely gorgeous. Well done, OnePlus. Well done. And to complement my smartphone photography, I picked up these clip-on lenses for your smartphone. The good thing about these, because they're clip-on, they can be attached to any smartphone. And so I picked up the kit that has the super wide, the fisheye, and the macro lens. I don't use the fisheye because the super wide already has the effect like that. So the super wide is awesome. The optics are not fantastic, like you can have distortion, but it's a really unique way to kind of experiment with your photography that expands your field of view. And I'm definitely looking forward to using these on my upcoming trip. Now, the good thing about the macro lens is it's super sharp and you have to be really close to your subject. And the smartphone photos look absolutely amazing. And yeah, just gives you a different perspective for smartphone photography when you travel. And because they're so compact and actually super cheap too, you don't have to have a particular case for it. These are just clip-on lenses for your, onto your smartphone. You don't need additional accessories to use them. They're awesome and so much fun to use. And to clean the screen of the smartphone, we have eye rollers. They come in two different sizes, like a mini one and a standard one, and these are amazing. So you just roll them on your screen to clean all the fingerprints. They actually remove bacteria, which is great. So it's for hygienic purposes and for visual purposes. And then the good thing about these is once they get all clogged up with little gunk and like little particles on the actual rubber bit, you just wash this with warm water, let it air dry, and boom, you're ready to go. It still has a lot of that adhesive onto the rubber thing. I've been using this for about a year and it still is basically just works as new. So eye rollers, definitely recommended. For my tripod needs, because I'm taking my Sony a7 III for the vacation, I have the Joby. I think this one's for the mirrorless one, so it's the medium size, which can support the Sony camera, the GH5, no problem too, that you can position anywhere. But I also have this tiny Manfrotto one, which is great for handheld stuff. And just over time, the legs have loosened up quite a bit. I've had this for 2 years, but it still is going pretty good. And the last few things include this Aperture M9 Lite. It's awesome because it is super compact. I think it can last for like an hour and a half at maximum brightness. So it recharges via its own battery. It has gel, so you can color your scene either with this blue or orange, which is awesome. And this thing definitely could come in handy anywhere if you need a little additional light for your photography or video and just like stash it anywhere else for a little kick, or actually even fill as well. The Aperture M9, these are awesome. And the last little thing are these gear ties. So these are awesome because they can be used for any type of situation. They are reusable rubber zip ties basically. They have nice stiffness. They can be used to lock your zipper on a backpack. So if in case you travel, you have a little extra peace of mind. You can fix your shoe in case your laces are broken because they're pretty thin. They can pass through anything. And whatever you need to tie, for example, my tripod, boom. So the legs don't open. Now this is around there. That's awesome. And just you can use them for absolutely anything. Little gear ties. They're super inexpensive, but so handy to have when you need them. And now my first ever drone, the Mavic Air. This thing is amazing, not only because it captures 4K 30 FPS video, but it's stable, it's super fast, it's easy to actually, you know, kind of learn how to fly a drone. I was very nervous in the beginning, but after a few flights, you kind of get accustomed to it and you can, you know, perform some maneuvers. This thing is awesome to capture things that you normally would not be able to do on vacation. And I picked up the Fly More combo, which comes with 3 batteries, a remote controller, a little bag, so everything can just like compactly fit into this one little package that then goes into my backpack. This thing is awesome. And I also have the ND filters for the camera for the drone, because if you want to achieve that nice cinematic motion effect so that the shutter speed on this thing is low enough so you get motion blur, these things are really handy in really bright and sunny situations, which are most likely are wherever you go on vacation. All right, so that is my travel accessory pack. I hope you found some of these items useful, potentially for your next trip. And I'm super excited to use these wide angle lenses, because just, I know the distortion is there and they're not super clear in detail, but it's like a new effect of you can achieve capturing so much area that you normally would not be able to do. So yeah, that is it. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know if I'm missing something, and if there is a particular piece of tech gear that you travel with all the time, let us know in the comments. Share the knowledge within the community. I'm Dmitry. Make sure to check out this other relevant content. Subscribe to our new boot sequence channel, and we'll see you in the next video.